thrills all year long, that's today. Well, hello and welcome to Hello, I Am Clutch, where I am here today in San Antonio, Texas to go to Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Now, I have been here before, but never for the channel, so I'm excited to take you along with me today in this video to show you this wonderful, wonderful Six Flags park, because this one in particular has better than average theming, and one of the really cool things about it as well is that it is kind of in a rock quarry. Like, there's rock walls everywhere, and sometimes the roller coasters here use that rock wall to make them more exciting. So we're gonna go around the park today. I'm gonna show you all the fun things there are. There's even a dark ride here that I'm pretty excited about. And for me, there's a few new firsts here because I have not been here since they made Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger. So I'm really excited to go on that because I've actually never been on a dive coaster before. They also have their new like kind of DC kids area, but there's a monorail there to go on. So I'm really excited to ride the monorail as well. So there's lots of cool things. And actually, now that I think about it, last time I was here, the train wasn't working. I've never been on the train here. So I'm excited to go on that as well. So anyway, enough rambling from Clutch, let's head inside. So as I first start walking in, you can see right behind me this big, beautiful Batman clone. I believe this is known as Chupacabra these days. When I was last here, I believe it was Goliath and had a different paint scheme. But I always love Batman clones. I said in my Six Flags Over Texas video that when I was growing up, Six Flags Great America was my original home park, and that's where the original Batman was, so I'm very familiar with this ride. So I'm probably gonna leave this one till a little bit later because I pretty much know what this one's all about, but I'm loving this. I'm actually here like absolute first thing. Look how quiet it is here. I'm here about 40 minutes before the park even opens. I misjudged how long it was going to take me to drive here this morning, so there's nobody here right now. I hope this is a sign that lines will be short, but that remains to be seen. So this walk is a little longer than I was thinking, so while I'm walking I actually have an opportunity to show you some of that quarry wall way in the back. Now we'll see it obviously much more with the roller coasters when we get into the park, but you can see like there's this big old cliff rock face here, and that's going to be present throughout like a lot of the park, and that's something that I think gives this park an extra special charm and uniqueness, is it has that rock work in the back. So again, we're finally getting closer to the front, getting excited. Finally made it to that front part, and you might see here that I am actually here during the Mardi Gras festival time, so might be taking in some of the Mardi Gras stuff as we're here. I always love to point out with the Six Flags, let's see, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 flags, all flags accounted for. Let's go inside. So I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little bit flustered this morning, just a little bit, because when I came in and I went through security, they told me I was not allowed to bring my, it's not a selfie stick, it's a mini tripod that I have to help record on, and they told me that I could not bring it in with me. So normally I have my camera on this to help me basically with stability and such, and today they said I could not bring it into the park, so I had to basically bring it back to the car or put it in a locker. Something like that. So I don't know if that seems to be a new Six Flags policy, because I was at Six Flags Over Texas not too long ago and no problem with that. Not a single other amusement park I've ever been to has given me a problem about that. So just something to kind of be aware of, because again, I don't ever use it as a tripod. I use it so that it's easier to hold the camera. So right now I'm holding the camera with just my hand. Apologies in advance if that changes like the angles or how well I do today. No idea. I'm just saying it preemptively just in case, but wanted to warn you in case you ever come to the parks and want to film too. All right, and we're past security and we're just about to go in. It looks like they opened the gates a little early. I think like in most Six Flags parks, you can kind of like, they'll let you into like the main kind of shopping front area. So obviously can't go for the rides until they open a little bit later, but I'm excited to get a little exploration of the initial parts. And look at this, we are entering now. It is Mardi Gras time. It is fun, it is fanciful. It is such a fun entrance. It is very just well themed. It is great the way it just looks around here. It's just very inviting, very much like, I forget some of the history. I believe it has to do with like more with music and some other things when it was first made, because this was not originally a Six Flags park. And so that's why I think there is a little bit more theming everywhere to begin with. And I think they've just wonderfully continued to embrace it as they built new stuff. Because this does feel a little unlike some Six Flags parks in a way. And I think that's what makes it definitely a little bit extra special. But anyway, let's explore this a little bit, and then we're excited to get to our first rides. I love the kinetic energy of the statues. This is the Folklorico Dancer statue, which is very cool. I'll try to get out of the sun so you can see it a little bit better over here. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Wow, there's a lot of florecos going on. And then look at this big cater for the Mardi Gras festival. I'm such, not even a sucker for theming, just all theming is great theming. I love theming for anything, and it just makes everything feel so much more alive and such. And to be here for the Mardi Gras time, this wasn't fully on purpose. I just happened to be here when I can for it. And so we got some Mardi Gras beautifulness here. And you can see our first roller coaster in the background here. We got a boomerang. Again, kind of like the Batman clone, the Chupacabra. Like, these are common, so I feel like I'm not necessarily going to go on that right away. We're probably going to go on some of the big three first. I told you about the drop. I keep saying drop tower, but I think it's a dive coaster. I can't get it right. See, I've never been on one, so it's not ingrained in my permanent memory. But we got that, and then we also got Iron Rattler, which is an RMC, one of the early RMCs, I believe. And it was actually my personal first ever RMC that I ever went on, and so I'm really excited to get back on that today. We're probably gonna head to that first. I'm getting excited. Words are hard. I don't even know what to say. So to get the lay of the land, we got a nice big map for us. So like we're starting, it's hard to point, but like right around there, yeah. Like all this at the bottom right is Hurricane Harbor, so that's not open, and that's like part of the water park thing. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by going up and kind of over to the Iron Rattler, Dr. Diabolical Cliffhanger area, do all that, and then we'll see where the day takes us over here. Like up there is where you have your Superman, you have your Wonder Woman, you have the Dark Ride way over there, and some more fun stuff in that region as well. So I'm excited to take you around the park with me as I'm passing the boomerang, the coast-to coaster. It's not that great of a pun. You can see Dr. Diabolical testing over there. And there it is, that first drop. Let's see, I can't get a great angle. There's too many things. What if I went this way? And I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse. Walking faster, Clutch. Walking faster. Let's see. Oh, there. Okay. Through the trees a little bit. Through the trees. It's hanging, and it's testing. Oh, it might be stuck. Wait. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. As I'm waiting for the park to open, this is actually a pretty great shot right here, so you can see Dr. Diabolical right in front of us. Iron Rattlers hiding in the back over there. Looking to the left, you can see some of that quarry wall with the waterfalls coming down from it. It's a great park. I love this place. Again, I've only been here once before. It was before I had the channel, so I'm really excited that I get to take you around with me today. And the madness begins. Look at this free-for-all. Everyone's out of their mind, walking at a very steady pace. So as we're walking here, we got Captain Jack's Snack Shack. We got a whole bunch of bushes. We got a good-smelling barbecue place. So as we walk into this Grand Canyon-ish kind of area, you see here they got this big open space where I believe they're building their new roller coaster that they haven't actually announced as of yet. They have announced that it is coming. Look at this. So we got Crackle Canyon County Cooperative at 2027 development, coming soon. Very exciting, very exciting. So we're crossing the tracks here into Crack Axle Canyon. Is that the name of this district? I know, again, there's lots of fun theming here. This is the Roadrunner roller coaster up here. I'm excited to get on that because that's a good mine coaster if I recall. But anyway, I like that everyone's not like truly like running at the top speeds. Like, it feels very cordial. Everyone's just walking at a normal pace, and again, I'm here during the Mardi Gras time. It's not too crowded first thing, so it's feeling not that crazy here. So yeah, I think we're gonna start by going on Iron Rattler. So there's Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger to the left. We're gonna go on that right after we go on, again, Iron Rattler. I love this facade where we got the Rattler in the front that's not as iron looking as you might think. It looks a little bit more like clay to me. Warning, rattlesnakes. Oh yeah, and see what's great about Six Flags Fiesta Texas is like, look at all this theming. Iron Horse Mountain Company, we got this kind of truck out here, this rock work around, and it's like just watch out for rattlesnakes everywhere. I'm just very excited. It's also nice to get into the park and go on a ride and feel like there's not gonna be much of a wait at all. So this is fantastic so far. Walking up possibly the skinniest boardwalk in the world here. This is so skinny. This is not up to code. Okay, if there is no line, be prepared for a walk. This is the 4th ramp. I don't think this is the last ramp. Nope. Now we're going on to, here it comes, the 5th ramp. This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Take a look at that snake head. That's a great first car there. So I didn't say that before, this is an RMC hybrid or converted coaster. This used to be a wooden coaster and they converted it, and it's fantastic. And I just didn't want to get on the first ride of the day. Well, I did want to get on the first ride, but I wanted the front row, so I opted to wait. So here it goes. Iron Rattler is on the loose. Whew, just got off the first row of Iron Rattler, and that thing hauls. That first drop is fantastic. There's a train down there. There's a train. That's the thing making the sound. We will get on that eventually. That roller coaster, that roller coaster. That is so much fun. That first drop, it's like New Texas Giant, where the first drop, you can't even see where you're gonna go. And that's so much fun, but just the smoothness of it is buttery, silky, it's wonderful. I don't know all the good roller coaster terms, I just had a great time on it, and it was great to get on it so quickly. Like, not waiting for a roller coaster is always the best situation. It got real dark all of a sudden. Where am I? Anyway, that was so much fun. But now I'm going to go on something I'm probably the most excited about today is the Dr. Diabolical Cliffhanger. Because I've never been on this. I understand it has some like pre-show kind of dark ride-esque elements. And so come along with me as we go along to Dr. Diabolical. I will say, just like the entrance, it's a lot of ramps going down. This was like the third big ramp, and you saw that dark space. Like, this isn't a complaint, it's just an observation. It's just like, there's a lot of walking to go up and down this ride. Now, right before we get to Dr. Diabolical's, I like to try to point out all the rides that are available in the park, because it's not just coaster enthusiasts coming, everyone's coming to the amusement park. So here, we got Yosemite Sam's Wacky Wagons, which is cute little, I love the little themed Ferris wheel for kids there. And then over here we have Foghorn Leghorn's Barnyard Railway, which is just a nice little train ride. But it's, for being as small as it is, it's pretty well themed. So just wanted to show you all that as well. Also got Bucking Broncos here, which is a frog hopper, but the best themed frog hopper in the world. Look at this. It's got saddles as the seat. It's got little cowboy hats above it, and it even has a horse up top. I think this literally wins the award for best frog hopper style ride of all time. And just to get another good look at that sign there, even though it's a little backlit, we got Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger. And as we enter Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, there's the Cliffhanger, being all diabolical and well-educated. Yeah, I had to wait for it to drop. So right before we get in line here, they got a seat for you to try out so you can see how it looks like. Let me try to pull this down so you can see. It's got like that chest thing, so it kind of like goes over your chest there, so it really secures you in nice and comfortably, as far as I've been told. So just want you to see what that looks like, since you can't necessarily get a good shot in the queue, or not the queue, but at the loading station. All right, and now let's enter the line. It starts off pretty boring, but at least there's shade. So we start here by going to the Diabolical Laboratories. So as we're coming in here, this is something I wish like all roller coasters had, this like pre-show line, just giving the vibes, the steampunkness. I love that there's the theming. That's what's just so great about Six Flags Fiesta Texas, is there's more theming than normal. And this really like just adds to like the anticipation experience, gives it that Disney Universal vibe. I'm very excited for this. We're not seeing much right now, but again, I think there's at least 1 or 2 pre-shows in here. This is fantastic. I'm gonna keep this rolling. See how much of this we can see.
Dr. Diabolical's Fountain of Youth Elixir. I know you're anxious to receive your sample. I promise, you're just a few short moments away. And while we prepare the samples in the next room, prepare yourselves for newfound youth. Robot! Tell our guests what my elixir promises to deliver.
Dr. Diabolical's elixir promises to deliver absolutely magical results.
Ooh, magically devastating results. Please, leave while you can.
Each sample of the elixir is curated by Dr. Diabolical to uniquely treat each individual need.
You are all in grave danger. Please, heed my warning. Leave this place or it will be too late.
Move forward through the corridor. You will receive your elixir sample and your instantaneous results. Quickly now, there's no time to waste.
Ooh, and then the bookcase opens. This is special. This is like nothing else. Look at this as we enter the bookcase. Oh, it's even more theming. Very much like you're, it's like you're at Tower of Terror. Look at all this. Look at all of this. I forgot I was zoomed in. I was so excited. Oh, we are literally in like a boiler room here. And there's a whole animatronic in the corner over here. I'm just pointing out what I see and saying, look at this, look at that.
Turn on the machine.
Like honestly, just look around this room. Oh, stuff's happening. We got things going on. Oh no.
My machine!
What's the machine? Oh no!
My precious machine!
Oh no, the machine's broken. What's ever gonna happen? Surely nothing bad. Oh. Oh, this owl son has to leave. Who does he think he is?
It appears to be broken.
No matter. The new, bigger extractor.
Just extra animatronic appreciation shot here. Look at that, look at that. And then they let us out. We've escaped apparently. And so now we can go and dive diabolically. I can never say it. So just to point out, when you do exit those pre-shows, they have these lockers that you can put stuff in, or you can just put it in cubbies over here. There's not stuff in the actual station. So just want to point out that this system is a little bit different. I don't think the lockers cost anything, but just want to point out that you have to store it not at the station like at most Six Flags rides. Okay, so I did that in the front row on the way end, and that was fantastic. Like that first drop when you're hanging there and you see nothing but what's gonna be in front of you, that's wonderful. And then because you're on the edge, it has like that wing coaster kind of sensation. But I love that when you're on it, there's actually some audio of like Dr. Diabolical yelling at you and like talking about all the things like, you're looking for the elixir of life, I guess, and all these other fun things. It happens so fast, it's hard to get the full story on the first go-round. I was so excited just to go through it. But that was a great first dive coaster. Again, never been on one before. It was smooth, it was glidey. I had such a good time on that. And again, having the themed queue and pre-show stuff, just, I would go on this one again and again because you get all that theming and story. So definitely big thumbs up for Dr. Diabolical. I also did want to point out, after you get off the ride, you are on the other side of the lockers, and so it's like a double-sided situation. And actually, they gave me a little actual like locker ticket thing here. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Focus. You understand it's a locker ticket, don't you? Don't you? There it is. Anyway, they can give you an actual locker ticket to help you do it versus scan your actual park ticket, which was just very nice. So they made it really simple to put your stuff in a locker. There's also just so much great merch in the gift shop as you leave for this one, like, especially if you like that steampunk vibe. There's so much. There's glassware, there's hats, there's pins, there's stickers. There's so much fun stuff in this one that I had to take an extra moment to point out all the cool Dr. Diabolical stuff. So we've conquered Iron Rattler. We've vanquished Dr. Diabolical. So obviously there's only one thing left to do to complete this trifecta of fury. Is go on the mine coaster, Roadrunner Express. So this is more of a mine coaster type of roller coaster. It's definitely a lot less tame, but it kind of starts like Iron Rattler in terms of theming. We're like walking up wood, and there's many, many ramps. But I do like that they have just the vibes here. Like the coaster itself is metal, but like all this woodness and such. I don't know, I as much as they made fun of going up all the ramps, I do kind of like it. I like the anticipation. I also appreciate, again, that there's shading everywhere, and there's fans up there. Like, all that combined makes so much of this park so good. Again, I've barely even entered, and they just have these three roller coasters like back to back to back. It's such a nicely balanced trifecta by Clutch's standards. You can see Iron Rattler in the distance there. Here's Roadrunner Express right up here. It's gonna be a good time. So unfortunately, they are experiencing a brief pause in operations. They're also only running on one train, so they might not get on this at this time. It was unfortunately down for a few minutes there, and nothing was happening, so we're gonna move on for now. Hopefully get back to it later. If I had to miss one coaster today, not the worst one to miss. So back to the tour around the entire park here now. We got so much more still. I mean, it's just amazing that there's 3 roller coasters like right across from each other. Unfortunately, couldn't get on that Roadrunner on the first go, but we're gonna keep going. I love that we got this kind of old westy kind of town here. Feels like, and I don't think they do, maybe they did, like have like a shootout gun show in the middle here. At the back there you can see is the whistle stop. That is one of the train stations. There is 2 stops for the train here as far as I recall. With those train stations, again, it's not like a big circle, well, it is a big circle tour, but you can use it to get, you know, to the front-ish of the park, if you will. Over here on the right, they usually have a ride here called Daredevil Dive, but it looks like they are working on it at the moment. Kind of goes along with the steampunk-ish theme of this area. Not sure what's going on with that one, but yeah, this one is unfortunately definitely under construction at the moment. But then going back to the left over here, we're gonna walk down. I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna head to next. I know there's some more big roller coasters coming up. There's still the monorail, it's a cute little monorail that I wanna go on, the dark ride, and a few other things. Gotta go on the carousel once I get to the carousel. And again, we'll do that train later because the train's relatively high capacity, so I think that one's gonna be good for a while. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next shot. And here's the next shot. So I'm not even that far along. I was literally just over there. Now I'm on the bridge here. Anyway, I just wanted to point out here we got the Gully Washer, which is their River Rapids ride. That water is exceptionally blue. But I love this trestle bridge as well for the train. The actual entrance to the Gully Washer is over here on this bridge, so I did want to point out where that was because it's relatively hidden. And what's cool is you can come down here, and I have no idea if that thing works, but that looks like it's an old thing to kind of like shoot people with water if you really wanted to. But I like that they have a viewing platform there. But up here, right past this section is something I really wanted to show with the train and that quarry wall. Because that quarry wall, like, again, a lot of the fun interaction with the quarry wall is on roller coasters, so I can't film it directly. But one of the coolest things over here is if you ride the train, you get to go, as you can see, on a tunnel right over there to go into the quarry wall there. So that's really cool. And I love that they have the waterfalls going as well. It just adds such uniqueness to this park, because I don't think I know of any other park that does anything like this, with like a quarry wall with waterfalls. Like this combination of it, it's just fantastic. So I'm excited to get on the train later, just so we can actually go through that thing. And then ahead of me, here's a whole bunch of rides. We have what is one of the biggest nope for clutches, is the Starflyer style ride. That one just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm okay with heights. I've said this before. I'm okay with heights, but something about swinging in the chair just doesn't make me feel great, so I don't like to do it. I don't think anyone should ever go on something if they really like think they're not going to have a good time. Like, face your fears if you can, but I think if you think the sensations are just not going to be fun, do what you want. All I'm saying is don't come at me in the comments, but if you come at me, that's okay too. We're a friendly bunch here. So possibly the cutest thing I've seen all day today is these 2 duck parents with their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 duck children. This is why I come to Six Flags Fiesta Texas. And here we are, the relatively new DC universe. And there's that monorail going across in the sky there. Oh, I love that. Again, it's not like a humongous, crazy monorail that goes around the park everywhere. It really just goes around this one section. But I think that's fantastic. I like, again, the level of theming here I think is really cool. That is just awesome, the way that goes around there. I love People Mover, I love monorails, I love any unique form of transportation. That fits the bill. But I did want to point out something across the way here is the I think this was called Kid Flash. I think it never fully opened. It's kind of unfortunate because I think it was kind of a neat concept, and I know they built this at another amusement park as well, and it just never actually came into being as far as I understand. So it's just like sitting here, unfortunately. I think what was nice about the idea of it is that there was lots of cool lights and it didn't take up a humongous footprint. So it's interesting to see like a roller coaster just doing nothing right here. So let's take a look around the DC universe. So here we got Cyber Revolution, which is a Zamperla Nebula Z, which is so much fun. When these go, I'll get a shot of it when it's going. It's just mesmerizing. And then over here we have Green Lantern Emerald Flight, just basically kind of a Dumbo style ride, but themed to Green Lantern. Again, the theming adds an extra level. There is in the back here, Batgirl Coaster Chase, which is, I believe, kind of a kiddie coaster, or like a mid-family-ish coaster, which I think is cute to have. Again, I just like that there's theming. We got the Planet Krypton Cafe, all the theming. We got Poison Ivy Toxic Spin, more theming. We got a flash tower that I can't see the name of it, more theming. And then of course, over here, we have the Transit Authority. Is it just called, I'm assuming, the Metropolis Transit Authority? I don't see a full name for it. Oh, this isn't the Flash, that's Shazam. Man, I don't know my characters off the top of my head. Got just one more here, the Penguin Gotham City Getaway. This is just like a cute little car ride for kids that just goes around in a circle. It's like antique cars, but you don't actually get to do much. It'll come around here in the corner. There you are, there's your Gotham City Getaway cars. But something I love is they have all the penguins from Batman Returns around. Like they got some there, they got one way over there. So again, the extra touches of theming here is what makes Fiesta Texas so great. All right, this is a Clutch show, and because this is a Clutch show, we now got to go on the Transit Authority. I don't know the name of it. I wish I knew the full name. Is yes, Metropolis Transit Authority. I knew that would be what it is. It's hiding on the sign. Like, look, right here. It's very hard to see. It's not anywhere big. It's just right there. Here we go up the stairs for the Metropolis Transit Authority. I love riding public transit for free in a park that I paid to get into. And here's that view of the Perlin Nebula, as I was saying. It's just so mesmerizing. That's actually a really fun shot. Look at that. You can see the actual monorail going around in the background. Like the kinetic energy of the place. I mean, obviously, amusement parks, theme parks will have lots of kinetic energy. But like this specific spot right here is gorgeous. This is fantastic. I love this. So here's a look at the station now that we're up waiting to get on. There's only one train that goes around, so if it is a bit of a line, this could take a while. And there's your MTA coming in, the Metropolis Transit Authority, arriving for us to take a little circle tour of the DC universe. Okay, as it comes in the station, I just had to appreciate the Art Deco style of this thing. Like this is awesome. I love this. This is adorable. And our chariot. It's right here. It's awaiting and it's here. This is great. This is like being on the People Mover a little bit at the Magic Kingdom. I love this. This is just comfortable. This is, every park needs this. I don't care how small it is. I want this in every single park. And here we go. Going on a grand circle tour of the DC universe. This is gonna be a non-stop shot that I'm gonna do here. I'm not gonna stop this shot unless those bars are getting too annoying in the way. I think we can see past them all right. There's the top of the Nebula Z right there. This is just great. Now, something I'll point out on the other side really quick when there's, at the beginning, that's the log flume. It is currently not operating today, so I'm not gonna get to go on that, which is somewhat of a disappointment because I thought today was gonna be the first day it was gonna be open again, and I haven't been on that in my 2 times here. Next time, log flume, Bugs Bunny, we shall meet again. Anyway, just look at this. This is just open air and nice, and I mean, you're seeing a lot of the views we've already seen, but it is just delightful. I mean, you do get some slightly higher perspectives than what we had seen before when we were on the ground there. There's that quarry wall, and that's the part that goes through with the train. And then we got a couple of roller coasters over there that we still haven't been on. There's a Superman one hiding, which is a floorless roller coaster that I know is great. It goes a little bit up on the quarry, and I don't think we can see it quite from this angle. It's hard to see. There's some yellow in the back, but that's the Wonder Woman one we have. Let's go back to DC Universe, Clutch. That's what we're supposed to show, is the tour of DC Universe. There's a train in the background. I'm having such a good time on this. There's the 4D spinner ride that I don't really care for, although I'm not seeing it going, so maybe, oh, no, I care. I would have gone on it, but it doesn't seem to be running. But this is just pleasant. Like, a ride in the sky, like the Seuss ride, Dr. Seuss ride at Islands of Adventure, like these things that are not quite a monorail, not quite a people mover, but are tame and just cute, give you the lay of the land, definitely strong family coaster vibes. I love this. Just going back over here to show you that Catwoman, was it Catwoman roller coaster, I believe it was? Yeah, just to do that. Hello! Someone was waving, you didn't see it, but I said hello, because I am Clutch. Anyway, yeah, this seems to be a little quiet at the time. Again, Clutch, not too upset about that. But then here's your big look at DC Universe again. This is just, again, I love the simple things. The simple rides like this sell me. I love, because like not every park has this, and so when a park does have something like this, it just adds something special. And then also going back this way really quick, you do get a bit of a view into that log flume, so you do get some kind of good log flume views up here as well. And that's really gonna do it for us on the Metropolis Transit Authority. Thanks for sticking it out for this long clip where I ramble and rant and say a bunch of silly things. On the way out, I love this poster. Visit Metropolis, the city of tomorrow. As I'm exiting that, I realize you're near the penguin ride and they actually have a whole statue of penguin here, and then more penguins, and more penguins, and more penguins. Oh, this is great. So while we're exiting the cute little DC Universe area, there's still more DC Universe to be had because the next few roller coasters are very DC themed. We got a Superman one, we got a Wonder Woman one, there's also a Joker ride. But I want to point out that the Superman Krypton Coaster goes through the gift shop. That's actually where you have to enter to get on the ride. It's not as obvious. It took me a second to find it, so because it took me a second, I thought it might take you a second. So now I saved you a couple seconds. What is nice is by going through the gift shop, you get a little bit of air conditioning before you get to the queue here. There's something I really wanted to just point out because I really love this on the top of these little posts here. They have the Superman logo on top of them. And again, it's just, I gotta point out these fine details because it really feels like, I feel like other Six Flags might have this. I'm hopefully gonna discover that throughout the year, but I just appreciate that there's these little extra touches here. This is another ride that does use, again, the quarry wall. This is about as close as we've been so far, and I love that, like if you see at the top there, it does like go up top of it for a little bit before it comes back down, and I just love that little extra bit of interaction. Again, this is a cool floorless coaster, and so we got like just some good theming up at the top up there, and I really just love the vibe of this park more than anything. So sat in the back row of that one on the far edge, and I love the way that one feels. Again, floorless. It is so much fun. It doesn't rattle nearly as much as I thought it was, because it has over the kind of shoulders with the head stuff near you, and I was worried that like it was gonna bang into me. I'm gonna see if I can get it before people start walking down here. Oh, is it going? I think it is. Let's see if we can get that. Anyway, it's much smoother than you'd think it'd be. With you go upside down a number of times, you go on the quarry wall 2 times. Is it there? There it is. Look at that. Gorgeous. I love it. I love it. That is so much fun. And so that was just really great. Just the way it feels, the way it moves. It's a long ride. It can be a bit exhausting, but I think overall that is a fantastic experience. And here is the man himself. Really, really big man. So the next DC ride over here is known as the Joker, or as I like to call it, Nope. The one thing I will say about the Joker, Carnival of Chaos, that's the full name of it, is they have this awesome facade, this like themed kind of first room here, and I think there's like a little bit of a pre-show kind of thing in there as well. Again, I don't like the sensations of those kind of rides, so I don't go on these things. But this one in particular, like if there was literally no line, I might try to get in to go look at that, see what's inside there. I know there's other videos of it, so you don't need mine to show you every little thing, but just know that there is a little bit extra theming with this one. So we're exiting what I believe is the official DC area, but there are still some more DC vibes coming up here. But this looks more like, you know, kind of an old 50s town, 60s maybe. I don't know. I know that these areas do have some, again, nice themes. I don't see like a name saying what exactly area you're entering. But we got the funnel. Funnelicious is what it's called, for like, you know, all the good snacks there. This is the entrance to Batman the Ride. So that's the yellow 40 spinner over there in the back. I know there's kind of a cool queue as well. I think there's a Batmobile in there for you to see, but well, if it was open, I'd go on it. Stop lying to your audience, Clutch. And given we're near Batman the Ride, here we have the man himself. Really, really big man's neighbor. So while I am here for Mardi Gras, I haven't really seen like too much Mardi Gras stuff. There's been like nice decorations everywhere, but I think I finally found some of the main stuff. They got a whole bunch of like what is it, like Epcot style booths over here with like brews, hot beignets, Creole and Cajun stuff, and some more like fun theming. I know there's actual full parade, as you can see here, and I think they've been doing this for a while, so it's at 5:30, just one time for the parade. So there is a lot more stuff. It's just that like if you're not looking for it, you might not see it. I don't know why I say it like that. Clutch is just not observant, I think, is the problem. So actually, I'm realizing, now that I looked at my little Mardi Gras map here, they have a little like thing to show you all the Mardi Gras fun stuff. The reason I'm thinking that I wasn't seeing as much is because most of it is down here. It's all in this section. See, look at all those little dots and diamonds and colors and things. So that's where like food is, that's where shows tend to be. So it's not, I mean, there's stuff in some other spots, but like most of it is centralized around there. And for the record, this area is called Rockville, just so we have that understood. Anyway, just wanted to make that observation of mine known. And then I think here we have our final extension of the DC Universe, Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster. I think this is one of the greatest like simple themed things of all time. This is a single rail Raptor style coaster from RMC. I was on this once a long time ago, again when I was here the first time, and it was whippy and fun and wonderful. And I just think the reason I like it so much is that just the simple idea of making it gold all the way around, and that it's supposed to be like Wonder Woman's lasso, I think it's like just a simple, great cohesion of ideas. Anyway, let's go on. As we're in line, we got a small tucked away billboard for the Pirates of the Deep Sea. That's the dark ride I'm excited about. We'll get there soon enough, which is not soon enough. In the queue, we have another great little extra bit of theming here where like you have Wonder Woman statue in the back, you got actual flames at the top over there. Again, love that it's covered and everything here. It's those little extra things that make this so much better. Now, I will say, as I was walking up, it didn't seem like the roller coaster was moving. It was moving just a moment ago, so hopefully we're not having another downtime one here. Oh, thank goodness it's moving. Okay, that wasn't bad. That was literally like 15 seconds. I panicked for nothing. So this one is like continually moving, which is interesting until it stops. But normally it's continually moving to try to keep it moving along since it's a single rail, and so it takes, you know, it's not high capacity. So just be prepared that if this line is long, this could be a little bit longer. Definitely still as fun as I remember it. That is fast, and it holds no bars. Bars no hole. It doesn't relent. I think you go upside down a couple times. I lost count. It's just, you're whipping so fast, and you're going, like, I feel like I'm gonna get flung out of my seat, and it is just awesome. Like, I absolutely love that. That was so much fun. Sorry, quick cut there. A few people were getting off, and I didn't want to get in the way of them. Anyway, no, what I was trying to say is, like, it is fast, it is fun, it is relentless, it is so neat. I love that it's like over the water like this the whole time. I think that's one of the best parts of it, and that is so much fun. One thing I will say is the way the seat is, it kind of, let's just say it's gonna widen your hips. Your hips are gonna feel it. One other thing I do want to say about it, because I didn't exactly say it, is just like, you're going left and right, back and forth so much, so whippiness, and like it really feels like it's like a lasso being whipped, and I don't know, you end with such a smile on your face because of how that feels. So that is a great one. Moving towards the Fiesta Boardwalk area, which has the dark ride, we have our big drop tower scream ride here, and then in the back we have that green spaghetti bowl, which is known as Poltergeist. Now, I haven't gotten to the entrance yet, but I am a little worried. It is not running today. Hopefully they'll run eventually, because right now I'm seeing a crane up there, and that's unfortunate because that also has a great themed kind of queue that they've done up a little bit. So it's still relatively early in the day, so hopefully we'll get a little lucky and get to go on that, because that'd be a little bit of a bummer, but not the end of the world, because fortunately I've been on it before, and because I'm not filming on rides, you're not necessarily I'm not trying to get the footage, so just know that is a lot of fun because it launches and it spaghetti bowls the heck out of you. So in this back corner we do have Taz's Tornado, which is this nice kids swing ride, and then over here we have the Rockville High School bus, so a nice little bus ride, and then obviously where Place Clutch wants to go, it opens at 1 p.m. So I'm glad I didn't rush over here, because I actually thought about rushing the dark ride first. So again, it's still relatively early in the day. It is before 1 at the moment, so we will get back here in a little bit. But since we have to wait until 1, might as well get some lunch, and because it's Mardi Gras, obviously gotta get me some gator bites with some boom boom sauce. And let me tell you, that boom boom sauce packs a boom boom! Well, it's the drop tower that I was about to talk to you. So as we're taking a little bit of a break here, I did just want to stop and say, thanks for being in the video this far. I do feel like I was a little bit erratic at the start, a little all over the place. Again, I was a little thrown off by my handle situation and what I was allowed and not allowed to do there. So things were moving fast, moving furious. So I feel like I've been a little erratic. So I'd love to let me know in the comments. Has this one been a little all over the place? Has this been off the chain? Oh, a little ridiculous? I don't know. It's funny when I'm actually like filming here and doing it, just to kind of give you some behind the scenes thought process. Is like, I want to tell the story and show what I can. Obviously, I don't film on roller coasters and Six Flags. We need very special permission and gear for that. So like, I try to tell as full of a story and show as much as I can, but sometimes I just feel like when I first enter a park and try to do as much as I can, as quick as I can, it's like, it's all over the place. And also me trying to figure out holding the camera with my hand versus the stick feels just a little different today. But anyway, I hope you're having a great time. We still have so much more. I'm hoping that good old, it's hard to see it, it's right over there. It's in the green, there, Poltergeist. I hope Poltergeist opens up again. We're gonna still try to get back on Roadrunner. I think a lot of the Mardi Gras shows and stuff opens a little bit later and happens later, so might try to catch those as well, give it, if I have enough time and such. But definitely got to get to that dark ride in a little bit. Still excited to get on that. And yeah, we're still having a great time. It's a beautiful day here, and I'm having a beautiful time with you. And to continue our beautiful time around the park, we have what may be the greatest teacup style ride of all time, the Hustler, themed to billiards, where it's got the green felt on the bottom. All the little spinning things are billiard balls. If you look around the edges at the top, even the light poles, they got billiard balls on the top there. I could see how like at night, like that sign would just like light up and look awesome. It's really cool with the Batman in the background. Like, this is again, what makes being here such a great time. Continuing along our tour here, we have another eating establishment. This one is known as Pete's. This one's pretty neat. It's got a fun, I don't know what I was trying to say there. I was trying to say fun and it came out as something else. Anyway, it's a 50s style diner kind of looking place. It's got a fun old car out in front and just got them vibes. Across the way is just a bunch of Midway games. Honestly, they actually have a lot of Midway games here, and I just haven't really taken the time to show them all because Midway games, you know what they are, they're games at the Midway. And then here we have the entrance to Poltergeist, which at the time of recording is unfortunately closed. It says temporarily unavailable, so hopefully that means they're gonna try to open up for the day at some point because it's kind of hard to see in the back right now. Hopefully we'll maybe get there later, but there's some fun like theming in the queue. There's kind of like the entry, what was like the loading station is pretty cool as well. It's kind of got a light haunted house vibe, and it's just, or maybe a regular haunted house vibe. Anyway, Poltergeist is just cool theming in the queue, cool ride over there in the back. So I'm just, if I have to hope one thing definitely opens today that I haven't got on yet, it's gonna be Poltergeist. Uh-oh, they're testing Batman. I'm losing my excuse to not go on it. Still probably not gonna go on it. Crossing the train tracks here and straight ahead of me, we have a carousel. And it is a very ornate and classic looking one. If you look on the top there, it's got lots of like embellishments and mirrors and such. It looks a little bit more standard. I know there's a couple funky guys in there, but I definitely gotta take a ride on this here Grand Carousel. And for the record, this truly is the Grand Carousel. And it is indeed a Grand Carousel. Got a lot of interesting animals. You got like more than horses. We got a zebra right here, I think. We got a bunny right there. So I think we're gonna stop and I think we're gonna go on Mr. Zebra. So I realized that Mr. Zebra was someone who does not go up and down over there. So that means we're going to be on Harvey? All right, just missed it, but they did a little ding ding to start the ride. And look, there's Clutch riding the carousel on the big hair. It's not invisible, so it must not be Harvey. Anyway, this is wonderful. It's just a nice little one. It's very, very cute. I find this adorable. I mean, I always love a good carousel, and this one's simple, but look at this. We got some instruments in the middle here. It doesn't look like they're doing much, but they're there just in case they want to be. And what's interesting is there's mirrors on this side. There's also mirrors on that side. So you can see yourself from all different angles on this one. So obviously when you go around on the carousel, it's only so fun to watch an almost 40-year-old man go around the carousel multiple times. But this is still nice. It's actually going pretty briskly, and it's 4 deep. This was actually deeper than I thought it would be from coming up to it. But when we exit, I think I'm gonna try to walk around quick and show you some of the fun animals. So walking around the carousel now on the outside, you can see like there's an ostrich back here. I know this has a name, this like dragon seahorse creature right here. Well, let me zoom out. Dragon seahorse creature, there you can see that better. Obviously our good friend the zebra over there and the hare. There's again, it's mostly horses, but they're very like, they're ornate. Some could use a little bit of a paint job, but it's not terrible. But like we got tiger over here, there's bunnies and rabbits in the back over there. I love that here. We got a classic elephant for you right there. And I think there's a few more fun ones. We got a giraffe, there's a cheetah, and an ostrich. Obviously, the adults going for the fun ones. Oh, and just one more here. There's the pig with the little boy man on the back. The most classic of carousel rides. And then if the Hustler was too much fun for you, you can have a different kind of fun at the Kinderstein here, which is just your more classic kind of teacup on a much smaller scale, but still well-themed. As we're approaching the 1 o'clock hour, it seems like everybody and their friends want to go to the Fiesta Bay Boardwalk. And away we go, and this is Pandemonium. Oh, wait a second. That's Pandemonium. So this back boardwalk has a few fun rides where you have like the Wave Runner, which is just a scrambler type ride over there. You got a Ferris wheel up here as well. I should talk towards the camera. Sorry about that. I was looking where I wasn't walking. I want to show a few more things over here. So it looks like we kind of have a Himalaya-ish type, what's the word? Tilt-a-whirl type of thing. And then in the back corner over here, definitely we got what is, I think is it Fireball? It is Fireball. So like, again, this section didn't open till 1, so I don't know if all the rides are gonna be staffed right away. It seems a little quiet back here, which is a little surprising. So here's that Pandemonium roller coaster, which is kind of like a mouse spinner type of ride in the back over there. So just wanted to show it to you while we are walking towards it. I don't know if I'll go on that one. If it opens, I'll try. Well, there's people in the station, so I think that'll open. The weird thing about this one is like you're facing inwards, and so I feel weird going on that one because I'll be with other people. I could probably get over it this time. But anyway, there's also go-karts down here, which I do believe is an upcharge attraction. So it's gonna be a small pass for Clutch. I don't want to spend extra money. I don't have extra money. But then here it is. The whole reason Clutch runs to the back of the park when he can is to get on the dark ride known as Pirates of the Deep Sea. Now this is special to me because I feel like at many Six Flags parks you don't have dark rides. It's rare. They do have them, but not often. Usually it's a Justice League Battle for Metropolis, if anything. But then you have the rare ones like Six Flags Over Texas, which has Pirates of Spelunker Cave, which you can watch that video actually up there if you want to watch, go into that one so you can see that dark ride. Or like Six Flags Over Georgia, which I don't have yet, and that has Monster Mansion. So anyway, I'm really excited to go on this. It's not like the most high-tech, amazing ride in the world, but I know it's a dark ride nonetheless, and I do not discriminate when it comes to my love of dark rides. So let's get going. And because there's no queue right now, I actually want to show you like on the outside here, they got these really good theming of like this big old map over here. They got this big mural of these pirates. It's like the George Washington crossing to Delaware, but with pirates. And they got some light theming over here as well. But now we'll go into the actual thing and see what's going on. And here we go into the line. Now it is very dark to me. My eyes need to adjust, so I'm gonna go a little slow here. But like, look at the theming in the queue here. There's lights. It is hard to see. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like walking through a dark ride. Ooh, Smelly Shelly. Wasn't Smelly Shelly at Pirates of Spelunker Cave? I think she was. But there's all these wanted signs. Smelly Shelly, Captain Morgold. But I love this inside yet outside feeling that like you're in like a Caribbean like town, like seaport. I don't even know. I think it's great. You can hear water effects. Oh, there it is, everyone. The backside of water. Have to say it. It's required by law. Then you look over here, got a screen thing going on. Like, again, the ambiance and the theming of this is just above anything you might expect going to a actual like Six Flags park. I do think there used to be a animatronic here that's no longer here, unfortunately. That I think was interesting. Oh look, there's the moon. There's the moon. There's so much great stuff. I love this. Just honestly, walking through it is already just such a pleasure. Let's see what we got in this room here. Oh, look at that at the top. I didn't think I was gonna be able to not cut this, but like we got like pictures at the top, and they change into scaly pirates and such. But we've caught up with the line. But again, I was here right as it opened, but I wanted to show you a few extra things, so I let a few people ahead of me. There be gold right there. Anyway, I don't think there's too much more we have until we're on the line. Yeah, the loading station's just over there. So as you can see, this is a shooting dark ride. So they got like targets and such in there, and they got scored sheet up at the top as well. I don't think it moves that slow the whole time. I think it's just a loading station. Goes a little bit slower there. But I do like that at the front here, they have like, ahoy mateys, place your tankards here, no drinking on the ship. So they have a little place to put your drinks specifically. Not like bags and stuff, but like if you brought a drink in the line, they have a spot for you. That's a very specific need. So unfortunately, they didn't allow me to film on that one, so I wasn't able to take you on with me this time, but I just want to tell you how great that ride truly is. Like, there are so many physical, it's like all physical sets. It's like no screens at all. It is very 3D, very layered and textured, and it is honestly so much better than you expect it to be. There seems to be a lot of holdover, like, animatronics or like effects from like the old like Ghost Blaster style rides that I can tell if you know them well, with like people popping out in beds. You can see them, but there's also smoke effects, there's lots of like light effects. It is... and a lot of targets were working. It's really fun. I'm surprised how good it is. Wish I could take you on it. I'm sure there's POVs out there that you could go watch yourself, but this time you're gonna have to trust me and say, you have to trust me that this is honestly a much better dark ride than you would expect. Okay, just went on that a second time, and I really do have to like hammer home the point how great of a dark ride that is. Like, it is long, and again, if you know the Ghost Blasters, like Blue Blasters layout, it has some similar things, but it doesn't, it shows what you can do with just changing theming. Where like, again, there's so many physical sets, a lot of just like effects that are working. There's light, there's smells, there's smoke, there's wind. I always like when it gets a little cool when you go on a dark ride. That's always my favorite. So I just want to like really say like, that is a strong dark ride. Even for a Six Flags, like, I am so happy with this thing. Now that we've had enough pirate excitement, let's calm down with Pandemonium. So you can see how you're like facing right, looking at each other, and how that is a little bit harder for me. So I'm riding this for you, my loyal viewer. I'm riding it for you.
Please remain seated until the ride.
Check dispatch.
We hope you enjoyed your ride on Pandemonium. Have a great day at Fiesta Bay Boardwalk at Six Flags Fiesta Texas.
Check it. Check.
Welcome to Pandemonium. You must be 47 inches tall to ride.
So that was very awkward. That was a lot of fun, but it was awkward. So I was in a car with other people, and they just, there was no excitement. There was no woo woo. I tried to throw in a few like woo woo, and it wasn't happening with it. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. Obviously, your ride experience can be very different depending on the weight of your of like the balance of it. So we, in the second half, we spun a lot, and we did not stop spinning to the point that even I got a little bit like shaky, like light nauseous, which I don't really get. So like, it definitely spun quite a bit, but it's a lot of fun. It's very smooth and it's fluid. But in that second half, just because of the way we were balanced, we just we spun a lot. But that was fun. And just remember, everyone, I did that for you. And here we have one of the performances happening. Again, it gets a little bit more lively in the middle of the day here. This apparently is the Big Easy Band. Yeah. So I think we're gonna take a stop at Rockville High School to take in the Voodoo Dolls, which is a winner of the Golden Ticket Award in 2025. So it's gotta be good. So not a lot of people in the theater at present. I am about 15 minutes early for this one, but it's nice because it's air conditioned. But the stage is really cool. It's got some like voodoo theme. You got like a old kind of carnival cart, if you will. I see like hand over there in the corner. Anyway, I'll probably, if I can, show you a few highlights of the Voodoo Girls. Voodoo Dolls. Voodoo Dolls. That's the joke, Clutch.
On the other side, he's got friends
were some highlights from the Voodoo Dolls. That show was great. That was fun. It was just a bunch of singing and dancing numbers, but it's like a dark voodoo twist, and that was just, it was delightful. Again, it's like you get some really good quality shows here, and it's fun just to go around and take them in as you're able to. So just want to say that was great. And after that brief break away from Poltergeist, it is finally open. Let's go. Yeah. So this is Bartholomew Manor, and we got some fun little theming here as we're walking around. Now it is out in the daylight, so it's not super spooky, but they do have like a grave here, which is cool. This kind of foreboding statue up there. Even if you look, the trash cans are even themed down here. Got this kind of mausoleum crypt thing. Kind of goes with the New Orleans Creole vibe, which is pretty cool here. And then just some more statues as well. It just, again, at night I could see how cool this would absolutely be just to be walking around this, and how creepy it could be. But again, got like the spooky house vibes. Got kind of a garage that just, again, giving off more vibes, which is great. And I just, again, appreciate the themed cues and the such. And so I think there's a little bit more once we actually get into the actual house. Like you can see at the top there, there's that screaming poltergeist guy, kind of giving you an idea of what we're about to experience. And look at this as we're coming in. We got the spooky guy way at the top as well, making sure I'm not tripping as I walk in. I just love that there is a little bit of a theming again in the queue. That's one of the best things about Fiesta Texas, is the fact that so many of the lines have a little bit of theming. I don't think we have much more to go once you're in. Ooh, it's Haunted Mansion vibes. Ooh, a little bit of wind. There's thunder everywhere. Ooh, that's really dark. Look at that. It's really cool. And then you're just right at the loading station at that point. But the vibes of this one are just fantastic to get you in the mood. Here's a look at this loading area and seeing how there's so many fun, spooky vibes. What is a little funny is how you can kind of see into the ductwork of the ceiling. I think the absolute best part about this ride is the way it launches out of the load station.
You don't want to go really fast or really slow.
Is a spooky fun ride. That is so great. That launch is insane, and then you go right into that spaghetti bowl, and it feels like it doesn't give up. I know in the second half it calms down a little bit, but it's fun the whole time. It's smooth the whole time. It is just, oh, I've never had such a smile on my face. Like, it just, because you can't tell where you're going next and what's gonna happen, because it's just one big clump of track, and I love that thing. That thing with the theming and then the actual excitement of the ride is so great. That is good the whole way through. But on the way out, I do want to point out one fun thing. They have these fun thunderstorm sounds playing the entire time we're in this queue on this beautiful bright blue day. Sets the vibe perfectly. We now seem to be entering an area known as Spassberg, and I say that because on the clock up there it says Spassberg. There's kind of a German flair to it, an old German style flair to this area. I'm hearing some like fun music in the background and just the style of the buildings here. There's the Sangerfest Hall food court, where I know is like kind of a major area where you can get food at a normal time. I think we want to take a peek inside just to show you. Looks like you can get like German pork loins, you got pizzas, you got braised beef with spätzle. That's nice, that's great. So let's take a peek inside because I think it's a big fun hall, as it were. Oh yeah, look at this. This is humongous in here. Oh my gosh, this is like being in Epcot right now. This is crazy. I love this. Yeah, this is a humongous room. I think they must have some shows at the way back over there. Looks like there might be some food and drinks way down over here. But I just like that they have some kind of like facades on the wall over there. And obviously you can order all your food way above meow. So while I'm sadly not getting on it today, I did want to point out here we have Bugs' White Water Rapids, which is not a rapids ride, it is a log flume ride. And sadly for Clutch, this is the second time I've ever been to Six Flags Fiesta Texas, and this is the second time that it's closed. So I've never gotten to go on this. Now I understand it's Bugs Bunny themed. It is very fun ride, and the queue, I think there's lots of like, not animatronics, but just good theming, as you can see where we got like all this castle facade out here. But something I think is neat about it that we can kind of see is like up there is kind of like an aqueduct, and the ride actually goes on this and goes across. So unfortunately, oh, let me actually get over the bridge here because I think we can probably peek over the bridge a little bit. Yep. Hold on. Clutch doesn't want to stop the shot. I don't want to stop the shot. Yeah, look at this. So normally it would kind of go in this trench as well, and then go up over there, and then on the other side, you'd start by coming over there. So it is a really cool facade that you have this whole castle. So it's just a little bummer because I thought I was gonna get to go on it because on the website it said it was gonna open, or at least refurbishment was gonna end yesterday, but sadly, Clutch will have to come back yet again. Exiting that German area, I think it's finally time to go on a bit of a train ride. That's right, it's time to enter to the train station to take our grand pilgrimage tour around Six Flags Fiesta Texas. So I think I'm gonna do a whole 360 ride on this. I could use a sit down for a minute, to be honest, but I'm also excited to get near that rock quarry, go through the tunnel, and see the entire park from a slightly different perspective. So again, there are two different stations. This is the one that's closer to the German-themed area, so they got lots of like German-themed posters on the wall, and just like seeing the beauty of Germany, which is really cool. I'm hoping to get to Germany at some point for the vlog, for the channel, for everything, because there are some great theme parks there that I want to go to. But until then, we're gonna ride this train. And here she comes. Look at this beauty, all decked out for Mardi Gras. Having a good time. That's a magnificent train. Look at that. Hey, Mr. Conductor. Six Flags Fiesta Texas Railroad. Reading is hard. Anyway, look at this. I love like the old timiness. I like the old wooden benches. This looks delightful. Everyone's happy on the train, because who wouldn't be happy on the train? Clutch would be happy on the train, that's who. All right, can we get a woo-woo? Yeah, we got a woo-woo.
Please remain seated to return to the station, which will be about 10 minutes. Thank you, Railraod.
And away we go. That was a long time between the woo-woo and the motion. So again, this is starting in kind of the Germany section, which is right near the front of the park. If you're looking near for the train, you can kind of get on it right at the front, but you gotta go under the bridge and then around to get on it. But then you can take the Grand Circle Tour. And I'm on the left side facing into the park. Hello, we can't come back. We don't know how it works. But there's a good little shot again of the log flume. There's so many little log flume angles we get today, so you're kind of getting to see the log flume without me having to go on the log flume, because I probably couldn't even have filmed on the log flume, so it's a moot point anyway. Here's some nice trees. You like these trees? These are fantastic trees. There's the boomerang over there. Hello. This is great. It's kind of fun that you're going in between all of the roller coasters here. You got Dr. Diabolical. Basically, we're gonna get a big circle tour of everything we've already gone on today. But still, one thing I love about trains is it gives you a different perspective. It makes it so that you get to see the world through like a different angle. Like stuff that you can't get from just walking around, you have to be on the train to see stuff from certain ways. So this is great. So now we're getting to the Old Western area. Correct me in the comments what the name of it is, because I always forget off the top of my head when I try to do it from memory. But look at this. Hello. Hello. As other people have joked, but I also like to joke, one thing that's great about trains, it's the only time that you can randomly wave at people and they'll wave back, and it's not weird. But anyway, look at this. I didn't see this. Oh yeah, I didn't see this because I didn't get to go on this yet. Got an Acme rocket there. We will try to go on it again, but I think it's a little bit of a long line, so we'll see what's gonna happen. But I just love the way that this kind of sneaks behind all these roller coasters. You got Iron Rattler coming up in the distance. This is a much longer shot than I was expecting. Just seeing all the backsides is cool. And it's a pleasant ride. It's nice to see the backside of Iron Rattler. Something else I like on trains is when you get to see kind of the curve of it going. In the distance there is the gully washer on this Grand Circle Tour you got going on with Clutch and the gang. The gang is just Clutch again. There you can see kind of the really backside of Iron Rattler over there. Everyone coming out. You can see how many ramps you gotta go. Oh, there's some more people waving hi. Hello again. let's use this one opportunity to wave when we can't always wave and they wave back. There's the gully washer as well, a little bit more. Yeah, it's a hot day for when I'm here in the Mardi Gras time, and so there's a lot of people there. Here's that other ride that we saw that was not in working order. You see why it's not rideable. But then as that is almost done, we are now at our first and technically, I guess, one of two stops. This is the stop I pointed out at the beginning of the thing. So again, you can get off if you want to at this point and do whatever, or stay on and then ride the second half. And Clutch shall be riding the second half. But I will not subject you to us waiting in the station for 5 minutes. So next shot. Can I get a woo-woo yet again? Yeah, woo-woo yet again.
8 minutes. Thank you. Enjoy that.
So it might have been hard to hear, but I think he said this ride was 8 minutes, where the first one was only like 4 or 5 minutes. So I think this, if you're gonna go on at one time, if you want more value for getting on the train, this is the stop to do it from, because you get more time. Now, here's something I already love is this trestle bridge that we get to go over. Get to see a little bit of the gully washer there with that insanely blue water. Like, that is not a camera trick. It is really that blue. Oh, I love this. This is a great view right here. Again, just being on it, like up on above a little bit and seeing this area. There is really not much to the right at this moment because you got the quarry wall way up there. Woo, big one. I like it. And so this is the part that we're getting excited for. You can kind of see in the distance, there is the waterfalls behind the train, and then we're going into this tunnel. I am very excited because, again, last time I didn't get to go on the log flume or the train, but at least this time I get to go on the train. And here we go into the tunnel. Do you know what's in the tunnel, everyone? Oh, we're gonna find out together. And here we go into the tunnel. Got sprayed a little bit on our way in, and it's nothing. It's darkness. But it smells great. But it's still very cool to be in a tunnel. Like, this is in a rock quarry. They had to actually build through this, so that's really cool. I mean, it's very much like me going to Forgotten World Adventures in New Zealand. You can click the thing in the top right if you can watch that one. That's a whole golf cart on train track adventure. Anyway, and we burst out, and we have Superman. Hello again, yes, waving hi some more. So there you go, there's Superman for you. So you get kind of actually a really good view of Superman. That, like, this is about as close to like being to Superman as you can get without actually being on Superman. And I love that. Again, you can kind of like go up on the quarry wall a couple times there, like just to get that shot. There it is. It goes up on the quarry wall there, and right at the start up there. So that's a cool feature of the Superman ride. But oh, look at this. I like this. I guess we have a bit of an uphill climb to be going here. So now we're just going through all the rides. Now we get to another crossing again. All stuff we've seen before. It's funny, I really should almost do the train as a first thing, because then you get the lay of the land so well. I mean, there's no observation tower here. There are rides that take you up high, but no observation tower. But now we get to see all these people and wave hi. Hello everyone. Subscribe to Hello I Am Clutch, the best channel that's filming this video. This is great. This is the back of the DC universe over here. So that's the Catwoman coaster. I love that it goes over the water a little bit. It's just a kiddie coaster, it goes around in a circle, but it's got a minimal amount of thrill. That's adorable. This is great, and it looks like the Batman roller coaster is going, so I'm gonna be honest, not gonna do it. I'm sorry. Someday, maybe once I've got like 10,000 subscribers, I'll do that for my 10,000 subscriber special. This is going a 40x spinner. But for now, we're just gonna enjoy not spinning like a madman and taking the tranquil ride on a train. Another view of that log flume for you. There's our Carousel, our Germantown. Poltergeist over here to the right. Hello, gotta wave, gotta wave. Oh, that was a close one, I almost missed waving. And now I think we just kind of circle around back to where we started. We are climbing again. Right now I feel like I'm just seeing the back, like, staging area of stuff. I don't think there's too much here. Here's the backside view of Poltergeist, that's nice. But I really want to do this uninterrupted because it's nice. Let's wave hi one more time, everyone. Hello, hello. Everyone's so friendly, and it really is. It's like, it's basically being on a train or being on a boat of some kind. Only time you can wave to people, and it's okay, and they'll wave back. If you do it in a car or you do it when you're walking, it's strange, but on a train, we got different rules here. Just getting you another shot of that engine from the extreme side at this point. I'm not far back enough to really get that curvature here. Should have gone farther back, but it was popular near the back, so I'm kind of in the middle of the train. But yeah, this last little bit, not as exciting, but I wanted to show you the entire ride, so we ain't cutting. Just got a little bit more. He thinks he can. He thinks he can. He thinks he can. Yep, and here we are, back to where we started. And thank you for coming along with me on a Grand Circle tour on the Fiesta Texas Railroad. All right, the app says it's like 90 minutes, but it doesn't look like it's 90 minutes, so I'm gonna give this a shot.
Yeah, no loose articles to go with you. All loose articles need to go out to the other side of the ride before you get to your seat.
Turns out it was only like a 20-25 minute wait, so really not too bad. It's only running one train, so it is quite a long cycle. But anyway, that is a great mine train. I remembered it being a great mine train. There's some light theming, there's 2 lift hills, and it is just, it's kind of intense for a mine train. It really goes up on the top of the quarry there and goes around a little bit. Does some pretty relatively intense maneuvers for being a mine train, so I really do enjoy that one. I'm glad I finally got on it, got to wait for it. Totally worth it. And like Iron Rattler, as you exit Roadrunner Express, it is a long ramp situation. And when I say long ramp situation, I mean long ramp situation. And since I'm here, and because lines apparently are still short, I think another ride on Diabolical's in order, followed by a remedy of Iron Rattler. Bright Iron Rattler is in order. Obligatory pre-show theming appreciation shot. These rooms are just so cool, I have to show it again.
My foolish.
We're supposed to be getting the elixir of life, apparently, and that's what the whole experiment is, but it doesn't go to plan, obviously. Okay, just had my second ride on Dr. Diabolical, and first of all, great ride, still so great, love the pre-show, but I figured out the story. The story, technically, is that you're being coaxed to think you're about to get the elixir of life, and then turns out, no, that's not the case at all. Dr. Diabolical wants your fear, and so that's why you're supposed to be screaming, so she can absorb all your fear. And that's what's great, that there's the audio at the top, and then at the first break run where it's like, no, first she's like, yell, give me all, I need you to power my evil minions. And then the second time she's like, you didn't yell enough, I need more fear. And just that story, if you pay close, like if you're going quick and just enjoying it, you might miss it, but if you pay attention, that story's a lot of fun. I love this ride. And then after a second ride on Iron Rattler, that was great. Like, riding at the end of a warm day, because when it's warm it makes it go faster. Usually just the track warms up and then things are just like bonkers bananas. That thing late in the day, it's good to do it first thing, but the darkness, doing it late in the day when that thing is just hauling was just, whew, what a rush. What a rush. I think I forgot to say before, something else I like is near the end, you go through a fun tunnel. And it's just going through a tunnel in any ride, as you saw with me on the train, it makes Clutch happy. So that was great. But we still have one more major thing to do. Chupacabra. Chupacabra is closed. So thank you for coming along with me for a fun-filled full day at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. I am exhausted. It is, you don't realize how much you're walking until you try to go on stuff a second time and realize how far some of the things are. So, wonderful day. Got on all the major roller coasters, which was really great, except for Chupacabra, which, again, for me, knowing it's a Batman clone, that's why I saved it for last. I don't think it ever opened today, to be honest, but not the biggest deal. Train was wonderful. I love that monorail in the DC land. So, and the Pirates of the Deep Sea, fantastic dark ride, fantastic. Again, it's a shooting dark ride, many scenes. It's like, I know it used to be a Scooby-Doo ride, but it has definitely the bones of a ghost hunt ride, which I think is also Scooby-Doo ride. But it is not to be missed. Like, it is a hidden gem of this park. Like, I would come back here for that. Well, I kind of came here originally because of that. I'm rambling now. I loved it. I wish I could have taken you on with me. Next time, maybe. We'll see. Again, there's definitely plenty of POVs out there, but I still had a wonderful time on that. And generally, the theming of this place is great. The Mardi Gras vibes were good today. Again, not always going to be there, but at the time, there's a lot once it gets going. So I've rambled quite enough. If you had a fun time with me here today and you want to see another Six Flags park, I got Six Flags over Texas. That was my first Six Flags park for the channel and the first time I ever went to over Texas, which was a lot of fun. But if you want to see some more fun stuff to do in and around the Texas state, I got all these videos right here. These are fun adventures as well. So until I see you in one of those, I'll just say goodbye. I'm still Clutch.